Welcome to the project demonstration of fingerprint based smart gun triggering system. So in this project we are going to trigger the gun with help of this solenoid valve, which is operated at 5 volts through this electromagnetic relay. Whenever we place a fingerprint on this fingerprint scanner, then if the fingerprint already stored inside this module, then the PIC microcontroller take a decision to on the buzzer initially as a trigger one, and next the electron solenoid valve will be switched on so that it will move backward and will come forward. So as it's indicated as a gun was triggered, and the so-called status continuously displayed on the LCD screen. So we have interfaced this fingerprint module at A0, A1, and these two control buttons are used to enroll the fingerprints and format the fingerprints. And these two are interfaced at D0, D1 pin, and the buzzer to just show the status of the gun, so which is interfaced at D2 pin, and this electromagnetic relay to control the solenoid valve D7 pin, and to show the status LCD interface at pin number B2 to P7. So all these inputs and output modules interfaced to PIC 16F 877A 40 pin microcontroller, so which will work on the 5 volts power supply from this adapter. When we switch on this adapter, so this adapters will take 230 volts AC inputs and provide us the 5 volts DC output. So it has the 4 stages. One is a step down to step down the 230 volts AC to 12 volts AC, and then rectification to convert AC to DC, pulsating DC, and filtration to convert the pulsating DC to the pure DC voltage, and then regulation to get the 5 volts constant power supply. After that, the output was given to the motherboard as well as to this electro solenoid valve through this relay. So coming to this motherboard, there are another two important components. One is a reset switch to restart the microcontroller, so which will play the major role in our project, which is used to enroll and format the fingerprint module. And the next is a crystal oscillator. So the oscillator purpose is we are providing 20 megahertz of clock frequency to the microcontroller. So the purpose of the clocks are like we provided the set of instructions in embedded C language to control the inputs and outputs. So each instruction need one clock pulse, so that we are providing 20 mega clock pulses, means 20 megahertz, so that controller can execute 20 mega instructions per second. Okay, and next this is a power LED indication. And coming to this buzzer board, there is a one transistor. So microcontroller will switch on the transistor by triggering that, and the transistor will switch on the buzzer. And the next here also coming to this relay board, there we can see the another two components. One is the LED, which will show the status of the relay, and another is a BC547 transistor, which is same used to get trigger from the microcontroller and to the relay board. So let us see the demonstration. So initially we will show you the direct output, and then after we will show you the enrolling and format. So already I have stored my fingerprint on this fingerprint module. So when we place my finger, right, so you can see the relay status through LED and solenoid valve also. So it will show the ID number and then trigger. Right. So now let us see the formation of the fingerprint module as well as enrolling. So now for that, reset switch, hold that and format, hold this and release the reset switch. Hold it till it is showing the formation complete, please restart. Buzzer is continuously on. Till that, you should hold this format button. Okay, and now from coming to the enrolling, same process. Hold this and restart like this. Only restart. Then the system will entering into the store mode. There you can see continuously light on. So I am placing my finger. So you should place the finger until it shows the stored at ID number 1. Right. You can see the stored at number 1. Right. Okay. And now after fingerprint stores completion, then restart the system again. No need to press any button. So when you restart normally, it will enter into the working mode. So when you hold this switch and restart, format. When you hold this switch, restart, enroll. And now it is working mode. So I am placing my another wrong finger. So ID doesn't exist on the LCD display directly. And next, stored fingerprints. So when you show the ID number 2 and on off, right. So in this way we can control the gun by using the authentication only by triggering that.